In this corner, it's the cream between queen covered with the chocolate coating. It's pure snacking royalty. It's fudge covered Oreo.
Oh yeah.
Oreo.
Oh, so much fun.
And in this corner, the rookie cookie that's no peasant, but instead a present for your taste buds. It's peanut butter and chocolate charged fury. It's fudge covered Nutter Butters.
Nutter butter. Nutter butter. Nutter butter.
Cookie versus cookie. Fudge versus fudge. You tried it. It's the fudge covered cookie showdown. I'm Nick Novak with my pals Chad Hancock,
Howdy.
Nick Geiger,
Yo.
and here on You Tried Dat today, we're going to be giving ourselves a treat by eating a couple of fudge covered cookies. One of them, the Oreo, which we just ate a number of Oreos in our last episode. But what do you guys know of the fudge covered Oreo? Have you had it before?
Fudge covered Oreo was one of my favorites as a child. I know that they had them back then, and then they kind of went away for a while, which made me very sad because I used to get fudge covered Oreos all the time. And but now that they brought them back, and it says new on the packaging, so I don't know what kind of bullshit Nabisco's trying to pull on us. Like, we remember Nabisco. We remember. Hashtag never forget the original run of fudge covered Oreos.
Yeah, I remember them as a kid, and I remember loving them. We also have a lot in common because in high school, I was also known as the cream between queen. So worked out great. But no, I remember having these all, like, we would get them as like very special treats because I remember my mom thinking they were super unhealthy. I could be wrong about that, but and she's probably
You could be
correct,
wrong
but
that they're unhealthy, or you could be wrong.
No,
about
could be wrong that that's why we didn't have them often.
Yeah, sometimes I go to Tender Greens or some salad place, and like instead of kale, I get the fudge covered Oreo as the mix-in. It's very healthy.
Okay, I know they're unhealthy.
Put a little balsamic vinaigrette on a bowl of fudge covered Oreos and call it a day.
Yeah, I have it on my avocado toast in the morning.
We
But,
should give some background here. First, the first of which is Chad. When we decided we were going to do the fudge covered Oreo episode, Chad telling us that he had to go back to the store because you had eaten all the fudge covered Oreos
that you had gotten like less than a week ago.
Right. So I bought the box, and then I didn't know for sure we were going to do the episode. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to eat these because they're sitting there. And there's 12 in the box. It took me 4 days to eat them, 3 a day. That's not that unreasonable.
Yeah. They don't come in like a standard Oreo package where there are, 30 of them or whatever. And also,
Right.
Do you remember these from when you were a kid, Novak?
I do. I definitely had them a handful of times, but they weren't a regular. If any Oreos were in our house, they were usually just the standard Oreo, which I guess was what there weren't all these crazy flavors that there are today. Geiger came over the other day, just a day or two ago, to deliver these Oreos. So we both kind of bought half of these Oreos we've been eating recently and then exchanged some of them. And so Geiger comes over to get the most stuff, which we had reviewed previously. I put him in a little baggie. He gives me my cookies, and then he leaves my house without the cookies, which he drove over to get. Just this little plastic baggie worth. As he's leaving, he says, "Oh, my mother-in-law's over. I better get going." And he leaves, and I say, "Watch, you're gonna throw the cookies on the ground and pretend that you have to come back just so you don't have to go home." And then he leaves. 10 minutes later, and he lives about 12 minutes away from me. 10 minutes later, I look on the counter and see the Oreos sitting there. And I text him and say, "The Oreos are here." And you said you were about to pull into your driveway, right?
Yeah, I was pulling into the driveway, remember, and I like parked, and I was going to leave the car out because we were going to do some other things with it. And I go to look in the bag, and I don't see the Oreos in there. I check my phone to text you, "Hey, did I leave the Oreos?" And I see your text of, "Ha ha ha ha! You forgot the cookies!" Like, damn it! So I literally came all the way back over to get them. I told my mother-in-law, like, sorry, there was a long line at the car wash because I was also getting my car wash. Not that I'm an idiot. It's just that the car wash took a really long time. Okay.
Unless your car was just completely fucking
Nice.
filthy and covered in mud.
It was just dirty head to toe. I'm like, oh no, that's the look I was going for. I meant just clean the inside.
The other problem here is that I took 4 of each out of your package and put them in plastic baggies, and these cookies look identical. The Oreo and the Nutter Butter, I don't know which is which.
Wait, isn't one shaped like a peanut?
No,
Well
I thought
done.
Aren't Nutter Butters have like a peanut shape?
Nope,
Oh.
they're both round normally, but in this case they're round. They look just like the Oreos.
I don't think I even knew the same company was making these things.
This would be quite the fun for you.
Yeah, they're both Nabisco.
What do you guys think about?
Is there any way to tell?
What do you guys think of Nutter Butter? A straight Nutter Butter.
I think it's a pretty good cookie. It's not one that I get really very often or pretty much ever. I mean, they're good. They're fine. But I honestly can't remember the last time I bought one.
So yeah, I'm with the same boat. They're good. We used to get them when we were kids. I like them. I like peanut butter. I don't have anything against them, but it's probably been a good 15, 20 years since I've eaten one.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I definitely never seek them out. There's much better ways to ingest peanut butter. But I am excited at the possibility that covering them in fudge.
Chocolate and peanut butter is a
So-
winning combination, as we all know.
Yes. So I don't think this is a hands down winner off the bat. I think it's definitely going to be a competition.
For sure.
And usually we use a 5-point scale to rate our snacks. But today we're using a made up scale that I am assuming that Chad maybe came up with the scale.
Sure, I got one. Okay, so we do a 3-point scale for our mini episodes. So we got a cookie showdown here. So 2 cookies going head to head against each other. So here's our scale starting at the top. Let's see if you guys can figure out where this is going before I get there. Starting at the top, we've got the Nookie cookie.
Yep.
In the middle.
I know exactly where we're going.
I understand.
In the middle, we've got
wait.
Yeah.
The Nookie cookie involves that you are having coitus with the cookie? What?
That's right. You love it so much.
All right.
Here in the middle, we've got the Rookie cookie. So it's, just getting started. And then down at the bottom, Ookie cookie.
That cookie is Ookie.
So there you go.
If you don't know Ookie cookie, type it into Google.
Don't! Just assume it means the cookie is bad.
Let's just say there's cream on the outside and inside of an Ookie cookie.
Jesus Christ.
What did you want? Okay. You can I'm going to name it the Ookie cookie and expect none of them to comment on it.
All right, so let's eat.
Right,
I'm gonna have to
right.
take a bite of both because I have no idea what I'm eating first. But
Yeah, well, you bite one of them, and then we'll follow
Okay.
up with whichever one you
Yeah,
got.
that's a good
I
call.
think that one smells like peanut butter. Yeah, I went with the other one. All right, so Oreo first.
All right.
Oreo first.
I got to be honest, the Nutter Butters are at a disadvantage because I love these things so much from my memory. So
Yeah, for those of you at home, you can do with the fudge covered Oreos. You can do a sort of like a Tim Tam Slam with them, which is really good. Bite both ends, and then suck up the liquid in between.
The fudge covered Oreo and the Tim Tam are very close cousins, which I never thought about, I guess, before.
Mm-hmm.
It's been so long since I've had one of these. I really feel like with the fudge covered Oreo, the cream becomes an afterthought because the fudge takes over so much.
yeah.
Another great way to eat these while we're telling tales. Bite one little bite, dunk it all in milk, and let it rest there. Then when you pull it up, the fudge will hold a lot of that milk in. So when you bite into it, it's just like a flavor explosion in your mouth. So there you go.
You're like a Oreo expert. You've got all the angles.
I'm like Oreo Rain Man.
You're like an Oreo Cole.
So
Oh, fuck you.
That's what I wanted.
You have the country's foremost expert on Oreos. You can listen to his 3-part lecture from the University of Oxford.
Instead of a TED Talk, I did a Chad Talk.
In an old gym with a bunch of fat people.
And obviously it was a very good cookie. Let's try the competitor of the Nutter Butter. This is a first for all of us.
You get that peanut buttery flavor from the Nutter Butter. It's definitely coming through. I don't know. Are these better than a regular Nutter Butter? I'm not sure.
I feel like the opposite of what Novak said is true here, where the peanut butter, like in other words, the cream filling takes over the fudge. Like you don't taste as much fudge.
Yeah. Yeah. The fudge is getting dominated here by the peanut butter.
Also, I feel like the peanut butter, it's not as peanut buttery. I mean, it's Nutter Butter peanut butter. I think maybe it's just Nutter Butter. I always think of like those chocolate covered peanut butter Girl Scout cookies. I can't remember the name of what they call them. Tagalogs? Is that Tagalog?
Tagalogs, yeah, those are the best Girl Scout cookie.
And they're fantastic. And the peanut butter inside is so creamy.
Yeah, that's an outstanding peanut butter in those things.
Here, I actually don't like that Girl Scout cookie much. And I do like the Do-si dough, which is the one that's a lot like a Nutter Butter. That just has the hard peanut butter outside and the like cream in between. That looks basically real similar to Nutter Butter, but a circle.
The Girl Scout cream between.
That's a phrase that you don't want to walk around the neighborhood saying too much. So the good thing is that we're probably not going to have to say "ookie cookie" too many more times because they're both pretty decent. But
Yeah.
Geiger, you're going to tell us what you think and give us both your ratings. You are fucking laid back on that bed you're sitting on, relaxed.
You can't see it. It's
You
from
look
the
like
waist down.
You look like you just had cookie nookie. Is that what you were gonna say?
Yeah.
No,
I was gonna say he looks like he's like laid back and these Oreos are about to start jiggling his balls or something.
Yup. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. No, I mean I basically just took all the cream on the mega stuffs or more stuffs, just rubbed it all over my junk. No. Well, I ate dinner and then I forgot we were doing this podcast for no reason at all. Even though I'm like told Betsy like I gotta eat dinner by a certain time because we're having the podcast. I just went and had ice cream for dessert. And then came out, sat down, and I'm like, "Oh crap! I'm about to eat 8 Oreos or something." So between the two, because we recorded one before this, so I am laying out like a beached whale right now. No pants on, but you can't see that part. I am really,
Zero
really
pants.
hard though. I don't know why I said that.
You're all primed for a game of Ookie Cookie.
Yeah. I'll make it the ookiest.
Don't Google
There's a
it.
fine line between nookie cookie and ookie cookie.
Oh yeah. Well, it just depends. Really, the line is really depends on where is the cookie, because either you're ookieing it or
What are we
you're...
even talking about now? I'm so confused.
Well, really, yeah, that's in a good. Like, if you properly nookie the cookie, it becomes ookie, so they're kind of the same thing. Moving on.
Oh boy.
Before we get
just
taken
lost
off
all
the air.
our listeners.
They're both good. They're both. There will be no ookie cookie rating from me. I can't, in good faith, say the Nutter Butter is as good as the fudge covered Oreo. The fudge covered Oreo is fantastic. If we were doing a regular episode, I might give a fudge covered Oreo a love dat. I like them very much. So I would give the fudge covered Oreo a nookie cookie. I like the Nutter Butter as well. I don't want to make it sound like the Nutter Butter is like bad at all. It's very good. I don't think the peanut butter is all that fantastic in the Nutter Butter. And you don't, and like I said, it kind of overpowers the chocolate. So I'll probably just give the fudge covered Nutter Butter a rookie cookie.
All right. the Oreo is out in the lead. Chad?
I'm pretty much right in line there. The fudge covered Oreo is fantastic. It's maybe on my Mount Oreo more or close to it. It's it easily gets a nookie cookie. It's so good. I had high hopes for this Nutter Butter, but there's something missing there. The peanut butter is not great. They need a better peanut butter there, and they need to just sort of tone down the flavor a little bit, or maybe crank up the flavor on the fudge to get like a better balance. The balance is off. So these are actually only going to get a rookie cookie for me. They're still good, but I probably won't ever buy them again.
All right. Well, there's a reason that we are all such good friends, because we're really on the same wavelength here.
Yes, that's what makes
Because we-
good friends, is having similar taste in shitty cookies.
That way, you know
what brings friends closer together? Making an ookie cookie on a Saturday night.
We're all such good friends because we're the only three people who are finding these cookie fucking jokes funny at all. So I agree. The Oreo is good. I'm giving it a nookie cookie. It is very tasty. It's been around for so long for a good reason. I really wanted to like the Nutter Butter more. I like that type of peanut butter cookie. I actually really, really like peanut butter cookies. Like a fresh baked peanut butter cookie
Yeah,
is delicious.
yeah, they're great.
Right.
But what this shows me is that you can't just throw ingredients willy-nilly, and just not every peanut butter cookie is meant to have chocolate with it. And this, for whatever
Right.
reason, that there's no science behind it, but it doesn't work. So I'm going to give it the rookie cookie. Because it's not bad. I could definitely eat this. If you handed it to me at a party,
Yeah.
I would eat it. But
It seemed like some of your faith in cookies was diminished or something. You seemed really heartbroken. Or you can't just throw ingredients together, apparently. This cold, cruel world.
you can't just play God with cookies. So the fudge covered Oreo is the clear winner. The Nutter Butter came on. It looked like a strong competitor, and then was just completely ground into the dust by the Oreo. So easy W there.
And since it wasn't an ookie cookie, we didn't came on it. Nah, that grammar didn't even work there. We'll take that out.
Wait,
You're fired. You're so fired.
what were you trying to say?
You said that the peanut butter cookie came on, and I was like, well, it wasn't an ookie cookie when it came on it, and then I realized like should have said come on it, and then that gets gross, and we've discussed it too long now.
Okay. Well, why don't you tell tell people where they can contact us, because the lines are all the lines are full. They're heating up.
They don't want to. You can contact us at youtrydat@gmail.com, on our Facebook page. You Tried Dat, on YouTube, on SoundCloud, on Instagram. There's all kinds of different ways you can get in touch with us, leave comments and questions. Let us know what you thought. Let us know if you agree, disagree, suggestions for new snacks, feedback. We're always happy to listen and glad you're listening.
So we've just just a peek behind the curtain here. Double recorded 2 Oreo episodes here, guys. What if you go back tonight? Let's say in 2 hours from now, you go back to the cabinet, you reach in for one of these Oreos that we've had in the last 2 episodes. What are you going to reach for?
Ooh, that's tough because I feel like shit right now. It's either going to be the fudge or the dark chocolate. I think I'll go for the dark chocolate just because it's more novel and new.
Geiger?
I will go for the fudge. The fudge is just so good. Fudge covered.
Ooh, yeah, I might do the dark just because, like Chad said, it's novel. How many times that you said, I feel like shit, I'm not eating another Oreo, then what is the average time between you saying that and you shoving another Oreo in your mouth?
I might eat another one when I go upstairs here. Right after we finish
I
recording.
feel like shit. I'm eating another one right away.
Now that we started talking about it, I'm like, I kind of want to eat another dark chocolate.
I will say, after that Oreo tournament we did last year, if for those of you, little background, we did an Oreo tournament. I want to say last year in like December-ish.
December, it was in May.
Oh yeah, it feels a long time ago. I didn't eat Oreos for a good like 2 months after, probably. So I'm probably good for a while.
Geiger, you are almost staring up at the ceiling at this point. I feel like you are sliding further and further down, and now you are just speaking to us while you stare straight up.
My intent is literally to just turn the lights off and fall asleep like this. Just my microphone on my chest, laptop on my lap, cover. Like there is literally Oreo cookies strewn all over the bed. It's kind of how I like to sleep, amidst the cookies.
All right. Well, that'll do it for Oreo versus Nutter Butter, the Fudge episode. But we're going to be eating some fan snacks for the next couple episodes. So tune in, and we'll see you next time when we'll be trying 3 brand new snacks.
Deuces.
Yep.